rapping until I was 18. Before that, I used to do loads of rapping along. But I never really envisioned me ever becoming an artist or anything. Loads of my friends made music from they were like 11 and 12. Some of them hip hop, some of them garage. And I had an appreciation for both, but definitely was more on the rap side of things. But then when I was 18, and everyone was just freestyling and messing around, and I got put on the spot, and I rapped a lyric, I was like, that was awkward. And they were like, you can rap, man, like, it's just putting words together, you're cool with it, like, you can do it. So I just started messing around from there, and it just became a hobby. Do you know what, it was mad. I was working at Desktop Publishers, and I saw a poster for a lyric pad at Alba. I went back, and China used to work there as well, and I said to him about it, so we just spoke about it and we went down. And I ended up battling the first night we went down there, and that was the first ever battle I had, which was mental. You know, it's just weird, but I'd never held a microphone, never been on a stage. It was just odd. But it was fun, innit? Like I kind of got into the buzz, because as scary as it was before you get on the stage, I kind of like the feeling of getting up there and doing something. I enjoyed it. You don't really, when you first think about it, everyone's got a dream of like chains and cars like the American rappers, but I'd never really seen anyone in England that was living off of what they were doing. Then I met Mike, and you know, to see him packing venues for the people and making a living off of something that he just enjoyed doing, gave me a lot of inspiration to carry on with it myself. You know, it's weird, isn't it? Like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't ever want to be signed to a major, it's selling out and da-da-da-da-da. A lot of people are just afraid of being successful or not. Because once you get to that point, that's when the work starts. You say, a lot of people think you sign your deal and that's it, and it's wicked. Well, what's a deal without a successful record? You know, you're not going to have a deal if you don't have a successful record. And it's right there where the pressure begins, so you either make it happen or you don't. Some people are, you know, scared of the pressure, innit? My first SBTV appearance, I remember fretting over it for ages. As with everything, I left it right to the wire and got it done last minute. And it was scary picking that beat, because it's a Biggie beat. You don't touch Biggie beats. For me, Relentless, it fits with what I do, and I think they've always been ingrained in music, and there's never been an awkwardness about it. I think when some brands try and buy their way into our world, it gets quite, you know, you can tell when something's been shoehorned. For me, it just works, you know, and they're very respectful of what I do. I've never been asked to do something I'm uncomfortable with or to compromise myself. There's a brilliant guy called Ross, who I shot the first advert with, and who I stayed in touch with afterwards. And it was his idea to try and capture the moment of inspiration, which put me on my back foot straight away, because any artist, you know, you're like, camera in the studio, that's a bit uncomfortable. You know, you don't really want to be watched while you're trying to be free, and it can change the vibe a little bit and change the dynamic. It can become a bit of an elephant in the room. But because of the relationship that I have with Ross, it was easy. It didn't feel uncomfortable. You know, Zane was in the studio. It was one of the first times me and him had been in the studio vibing together. We were just banging stuff out. You know, I had my drummer there, and it was just like a normal day in the studio that happened to be captured on film. So to be able to capture that and then to get across what they do in the advert is wicked, because that's the most intimate moment for an artist, the point where you create something, and people don't ever get to see that. I think it shows how organic the relationship is between Relentless and music, you know, because they're showcasing, again, you know, something that people never ever get to see, and they've done it in a way that is credible. We are here to be heard, no half measures.